kind of like in a rebuilding space. And then, once he got kind of like reached his peak or whatever, and that first initial Meek run was crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
How was you a part of that in the sense of promotion and sense of booking, in the sense
booked them, anything?
And what was the vibe in your city as far as the mixtapes? Like, what was you hearing? What was your thoughts just at that time, from 2008 to 2011?
So the thing is, to keep it all the way real, Meek wasn't the chosen one from Philly. It was Cheat Raw. It was Vodka. No, it was Joey Jihad.
Yeah.
Those was the three. Like, that was the big three from Philly. And Reed Dollars.
So Reed Dollars, Joey Jihad, and who else?
Cheek Raw and Vodka.
Joey Jihad wasn't originally a battle rapper though at first. He was mainly making music first. He was dabbling in and out.
Yeah, but he ended up battling Murder Mook at Parkside at the basketball games, whatever, and that's kind of what broke him in the early YouTube days. That's what broke him to like the rest of the world. And 50 wanted to sign him, so like
I remember
they was the chosen. Like that was like the four right there, whatever, like that. But the problem was they not really any of them knew how to make songs for real.
Right.
They was phenomenal rappers.
Who was Cheek
great
Raw?
Freestylers. Cheek Raw is a guy from Germantown, from like uptown Philly or whatever like that. And he was like the star. Him and Vodka was the stars of the Too Raw for the Streets DVD series.
Okay.
They was the main. Like every single DVD, it's Cheek Raw and Vodka on here. Like that's when you buy them Jones, that's what you're looking for. Right. It's Cheek Raw and Vodka on here.
Whatever,
because
like 05, 03 probably.
Nah, look, probably like 05, 06.
Because I remember Meek back in the day when he was young, like a kid, like 14, 15. And I had to be 03, 04.
Yeah.
And then I seen him again like 08. You know what I'm saying? On the DVDs. And then it felt like a whole totally different Meek in 2009, 2010.
Yeah, because where Meek beat everybody was, number one, Meek had like kind of had the benefit of having two sides of the city. He had North Side and South Side, which a lot of people didn't necessarily have.
Explain that, how so?
Because like Philly's real divided. Well, it was. It's not really so divided no more. Niggas get money with niggas from everywhere. Collab, do parties, do street shit, whatever, from everywhere. But once upon a time, Philly was super segregated, and you stood on like your neighborhood and where you from and all of that, and that's who you with. Like I remember like being even younger than like me. This birthday party I talked about, like when my cousin and them would throw parties. They'd throw a New Year's Eve party at the Armory, a New Year's Eve party at the Naval Base, like $50,000 parties, like that. But for the most part, we would get all the girls to come, but from other parts of the city wouldn't come.
Oh,
they would boycott. Like, oh no, I ain't with them Southwest. That was the tone of the city. So Meek, to his advantage, he had two sides of the city because he legitimately had claims to both. His grandma from 18th Street in South Philly. He from 22nd, 23rd, 24th from Burks, around there in North Philly. So those is, in driving terms, that's like a 20-minute drive or whatever like that.
Got you.
But the tone of those neighborhoods is similar, but it's still a little bit different too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but he was able to have a pass to jump back and forth and go to and through both because he had a legitimate claim to both. And how he beat all the rappers I named is songwriting. Like he figured out early melodies, how to write songs, writing hooks and all of that shit. And then you looked up one day and they kind of all burnt out and they was still, rapping on the DVDs and all of that. And Meek was starting to book shows and selling 100,000 mixtapes.
Right, that's what the difference was. I remember I came